2030. Mankind is going back to the moon, but this time it's different. China has officially set a 2030 deadline for a manned landing. Meanwhile, NASA is accelerating its own timeline. This is more than just a repeat of history, it's a high-stakes race for the ultimate strategic advantage. Whoever builds the first lunar base wins the high ground for future deep space exploration. The wildcard? NASA's partnership with SpaceX. The success of Elon Musk's Starship will directly determine if the US keeps its lead. This 21st century space race isn't just about flags and footprints. It's about survival and expansion. Why the moon? Because it is the perfect springboard. It all comes down to the moon's unique gravity. Common misconception: the moon has no gravity. False. It's just much weaker, exactly 1/6 of Earth's. If you weigh 60 kilograms on Earth, you're a mere 10 kilograms on the lunar surface. This happens because gravity depends on mass and radius. The moon has only 1/81st of Earth's mass and 27% of its radius. In aerospace, this 1/6 difference is a game changer. It's all about escape velocity. To break free from Earth, a rocket must hit 11.2 kilometers per second. From the moon, you only need 2.4 kilometers per second. This massive drop in speed means a massive drop in fuel. Launching to Mars from the moon is exponentially cheaper than launching from Earth. On Earth, fuel makes up the vast majority of a rocket's weight, leaving very little room for cargo. On the moon, that ratio is flipped. The economic advantage is undeniable. The real gold mine is at the lunar South Pole. Water ice. Water is the holy grail. It can be split into hydrogen and oxygen, the primary components of high-performance rocket propellant. If we can manufacture fuel on site, we stop hauling gas from Earth. Why is there water at the South Pole? It's a quirk of the moon's rotation. While Earth tilts at 23.5 degrees, the moon stands nearly upright at 1.5 degrees. This creates deep craters that never see the sun, permanently shadowed regions. Temperatures there stay at a brutal minus 230 degrees Celsius. For billions of years, water from comet impacts has been frozen there as ice. But mining it is a challenge. It's pitch black and freezing. You need power. This is where the peaks of eternal light come in. Certain mountain rims at the South Pole receive sunlight 80% to 90% of the year. In a place where night usually lasts 14 Earth days, these peaks are prime real estate for solar power, power plus water. This is the Manhattan of the moon, and both the US and China are eyeing the same spots, like the Shackleton crater. Two different strategies are now in play. NASA's Artemis program, they're using the massive SLS rocket and Orion capsule, but relying on SpaceX's Starship as the lander. Starship is radical. It uses liquid methane and aims to be fully reusable. However, it requires complex orbital refilling, launching multiple tankers just to fuel one mission to the moon. China's lunar program, they are taking a methodical, step-by-step approach. Using the new Long March 10 rocket, China plans to send the Chang'e 7 and 8 missions first to test 3D printing with the lunar soil and resource mining before the astronauts even arrive. Beyond the landing, there is the problem of survival. With no atmosphere or magnetic field, cosmic radiation is deadly. To survive long-term, bases might be built underground using lunar regolith soil as a shield. Scientists are even looking at lava tubes, massive ancient underground caverns that provide natural protection. The moon is just the first step. Mars is 55 million kilometers away. Launching from Earth is a logistical nightmare, but the moon is the perfect training ground. It's close enough that if something goes wrong, you can get home in days. The window between 2026 and 2030 is the turning point. Will Starship succeed? Will the Long March 10 fly on time? How much ice is really down there? We are witnessing a pivot in human history, the transition from a single planet species to a spacefaring civilization. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now.